My name is Jose Marcus. I'm the Director of Grant and Resource Development for the Community Foundation, and I'll be acting as your host today for this special event for the Give Big Riverside program. And I want to move now to the next part of our program, and that is to introduce the board president of our foundation, the Community Foundation, Grover Trask. So Grover right now is a special counsel at Best Krieger here in Riverside, and he leads the firm's public policy and ethics sub-practice group. He actually served for over a quarter century as Riverside County District Attorney. But the best thing about Grover is that he is a true citizen of Riverside. He commits and is engaged with a lot of community-based organizations. He's been our president for the Community Foundation's Board of Directors for close to 2 years now. He's done a great job. And I don't want to say anything else other than welcome Grover Trask.
You know, November 13th is a big day. No, it's not the USC Notre Dame game, right? Now, we're here because November 13th for the city of Riverside is about Give Big Riverside Day. As Jose indicated, it's a rather unique kind of think out of the box, hopefully fantastic experience that's going to hopefully raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for us. And as it's been led by the Community Foundation and over 20 of our top nonprofits, and I see a lot of friendly faces in here that have worked hard over the years in terms of the nonprofits in this area, and obviously some of our very important civic leaders. You know, we're in a new world today. Googling, blogging, texting. What comes next? I'm not sure. I haven't. But it's a world that I think we need to take advantage of. And I think part of the concept here is to move into that world and to reach out and touch somebody in a way that they understand the importance of giving to our community for the important nonprofits. And the great thing about this is it's not focused on any particular nonprofit. It's what our community cares about, what our citizens care about. And that's the information, and that's what we want to get out to them. So I think when you look at an astounding statistic for the Community Foundation, and something that we're working hard on is, and it's an unfortunate statistic, but large foundations give money to local nonprofits throughout the state of California. In Riverside, we get $51 per capita. The statewide average is $119 per capita. So why is that? And I think, again, reaching out November 13th in a big way is going to help us, perhaps, you know, citizen by citizen, trying to make a difference here that the large foundations, for whatever reason, have not recognized our city, our county, our region as worthy of making donations to. So we want to make a really important and positive statement. You know, I think it's really time to seize our own destiny. And the leaders, you look around the room here, the people that are involved day in and day out with helping our citizens, raising money, helping great causes. We have over 5,000 nonprofits in Riverside alone. So there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of great things for helping people in our community. When you ask, well, what is a community foundation? We like to think of ourselves as a leadership of convening other nonprofits together, and ultimately it's to enhance the quality of life for the citizens, not only in the city of Riverside, but our region. That's what we want to do, and that's why we're involved in this very important event. I want to, when you talk about reaching out and making a difference in people's lives, and I think people who care about people are the luckiest people in the world, in my opinion. Really, I do, regardless of where you come from. And we're fortunate to have a lot of individuals that sit on boards and take a lot of their personal time that they could be out doing other things, golfing, fishing, vacationing, or watching Notre Dame and USC, whatever. But they get involved in the community because they care about the community. And we have two board members here today. Jim Cuevas, raise your hand. He's the vice president. And also Matt Tim, two important people in our community. And finally, before I turn it back over to Jose, obviously these events don't happen in a vacuum, and we want to thank the Public Utility Committee as the host of this for opening their doors to allow all of us come and eat a little bit and talk a little bit and kick off November 13th, the big day, all right?
I'd like to introduce Cindy Roth, the President and CEO of the Riverside Chamber of Commerce, and Eliza Woolfolk, Executive Director of the Alternative Domestic Violence Program, who's going to give you an overview of what is Give Big Riverside. So thank you both.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce. And first of all, I want to let you know when Jose came to me and sat down and said, we want to come and talk to you about this, it was one of those moments where you say, it's about time. Because when we look at the need in our community right now, there's never a time that it's been more prevalent that we need to be giving back into our nonprofits. From the Chamber, we are supporting this 150%. You can count on us. We are going to be promoting this. We're going to be putting it out in our message that goes out. It's going to be a Good Morning Riverside. You're going to see the newspaper, the communicator, everything we do. Because it's only going to work if we all take it and get involved and be passionate about it. We want to make sure that employees are getting involved in this, that we're reaching out so that people talk about it. They talk about Give Big Riverside. If we don't do that, we need to take a pledge that we will, because that's what's going to make this work. When we're working to bring companies here, they look at your nonprofits. They look at the quality of life. And so it's also about job creation. It's helping our nonprofits expand. It's helping the companies come in and the employees that are with those companies. So what we're going to be doing is promoting this, working very, very hard, because it is our partnership together that helps this community go forward, and it is all about the quality of life. So you're going to be seeing it on everything we do. We will get that information out, and if there's any way, anything we can help to go and speak about this too, I want to make sure that we're there. This is our community. We've got to step it up. We've got to do it big time. And so on November 13th, give big, everybody. And you can do it in your pajamas at home now. That's the big thing.
Well, first and foremost, we want to thank all of you for taking the time to come. And coming by virtue of you being here, it says to us that you see the vision. You see the vision of a collaborative effort of nonprofits coming together, the community, as Cindy referenced, coming together to say that not only do we have a commitment and we have a willingness to support the nonprofit sector, but really most importantly is that it's supporting those in our community. This event, as funds are raised, certainly the nonprofit sector, we, our agency and others, the 50 plus who already have signed up thus far, we will benefit from that. But the reality is our community, which is really what we're interested in, will benefit. As we all know, the safety net has a little hole in it, and it tends to be tearing ever so much as we go through this economic time. But that notwithstanding, we have an interest, we have a commitment, we all collectively here see that everyone in our community deserves better services. Everyone in our community deserves to receive those services, that encouragement, what they need to have to be able to make a step in going forward. In this economy, what is happening with the sector is that many organizations, we were speaking about this earlier this evening, many organizations are doing fairly well. Why? Is because we have made decisions to make the necessary cost adjustments that we need to make, that we've looked at our programs and adjusted them accordingly, that we become forward-thinking and innovative as we've looked at long-term sustainability of our organizations, particularly as it relates to fee-based and how we can generate the resources to sustain ourselves. But also, there are many organizations who are teetering. They're being challenged. They don't have the wherewithal to be able to sustain themselves. They're small staff. Many of them are volunteer-based. And so they may not have the sophisticated mechanisms, nor the contact, nor the A-list board members that can help them make that transition. This particular event allows all of us to be on a level playing field. It allows everyone in the community to take a stand, in pajamas or not, and be able to say, I am committed to the nonprofit sector. I'm committed to this particular nonprofit agency, but when it's all said and done, I'm committed to the broader community in Riverside. Now that is a big deal. Grover just said that this is a big day, but it's a big day because yes, this is the event, and we want you to, we're going to be saying this in your sleep, because as Cindy says, and to our extent that we can, we're going to get the message out there. But I want you to remember, when it's all said and done today, is that really what this is about at its very core is to ensure that all of our community receives the services that they so deservingly should receive, and that when it's all said and done, they will be the beneficiaries, and there will be, we expect that there will be a groundswell of a community commitment that will continue beyond the big day. But it will become a touchstone and a standard of how we view our community. So again, we thank you for being a part of being here this afternoon. We thank you for, as I said, joining the vision and seeing the vision. But now we charge ourselves and we charge you to take this message and go forward and say, this is not just about the sector. This is about our community. So give big and benefit thereof. Thank you very much.
I have the honor of introducing a great mayor, Ron Loveridge. Mr. Loveridge, come on.
A colleague of mine asked me to sort of look at the question of looking at the cities in sort of the inland California, and they're not basically doing very well. And why Riverside is different, why we are different than Pomona or Santa Ana or San Bernardino or Stockton or the Central Valley cities. And and I think my explanation is really partly it's social capital, but it's also culture. It's a community which is has a concern for place, a community that has a concern for each other, and a community that continually find ways to make life better. So I think what we're celebrating today, and what we're talking about in terms of this opportunity to give, is to expand the number of people who can participate in community building from a few to many. But we have to tell the story of why it's important to contribute and what happens because of it. So I'm, as mayor, you're honored to be a part of a community which has the kind of initiative, the kind of commitment that you find in this room today. So I'm not sure exactly anything more to say other than Godspeed and go for it.
I have the honor of introducing now a call to action from Pam Hogan and Bobby Neff from Community Connects.
I wanted to also recognize the Norris Group. They've been so supportive of this action and providing many opportunities for training for the nonprofits, because that's going to be an important component of this as the nonprofits tell their story. Well, our call to action is that we want you to tell your neighbors about Give Big Riverside. Tell everyone you know, pledge to give, pledge to tweet about it if that's something that you do, or post it on Facebook. Let everyone know. We want you to celebrate your gift so that others feel that they want to be a part of that also. And we want businesses to think about ways that they can host maybe a workplace giving campaign. Maybe then put some competition into it. Who was the earliest giver? Who was the latest giver within the 24-hour period? Who gave the most often? We'd love to work with you on ways that you can create some opportunity to get more people involved in the giving. We want all of you that are involved with nonprofits, whether as a board member or an interested member, to encourage the nonprofits to participate. We want this number to grow, of how many are participating. We want to collaborate. And they can learn more we have the website going already. It's givebigriverside.org. And there's much information there about how you should participate and what benefit it will be to the quality of life in Riverside. Spread the word. Get your social media going. Send your emails. That will help our gifts to multiply. And we want to encourage our elected officials. We want other voices to put their voice behind encouraging elected officials to get behind this. And we're very pleased how Riverside has embraced this campaign. We want people to invite the task force members or the people that are involved or the community foundation to ask them how you can get involved, what you can do, how you can help this effort, and we will be sure to make room for you to be advocates. And tell your neighbor, tell your neighbor, tell your neighbor. Give big, Riverside, make a donation, show that Riverside can come together and increase that underlying culture of philanthropy that we know is here, and we know how people love Riverside.
We talk a lot about the Give Big campaign. Our goal in this campaign is to raise $500,000 for the nonprofit sector, $500,000. Okay. Now, you've heard through all the presentations, this is a collaborative effort. And what was being mentioned by Eliza was that we have the website, and in the website, when you go to that, there's going to be all the different nonprofits that have signed up, and there'll be a description, each of the nonprofits. Each donor who wants to give to that particular nonprofit will be able to click on that nonprofit and make their donation. And this is very historical because we're going to make it grow from here. Hopefully in a couple of years from now, we'll raise millions of dollars for the nonprofit sector.